Government funding bills are the lifeblood of the federal government. These bills ensure that every department, from defense to education, has the resources it needs to function effectively. They keep the lights on, literally and figuratively. Without these crucial funds, the machinery of government grinds to a halt, affecting millions of lives. Without these bills, essential services grind to a halt. This means that everything from national parks to social security offices could be closed or severely limited in their operations. A government shutdown, triggered by a failure to pass funding legislation, can have a devastating ripple effect across the nation. The impact is felt not just in Washington, but in every community across the country. Federal employees face furloughs, critical services are disrupted, and the economy takes a hit. The uncertainty and instability can lead to a loss of public trust in government institutions. In recent years, the specter of a shutdown has become an all-too-familiar threat, raising anxieties across the country. Each time, the stakes seem to get higher, and the consequences more severe. The current budget impasse has once again brought the United States to the precipice of a shutdown. Lawmakers are locked in a battle of wills, each side holding firm to their demands. With the deadline fast approaching, lawmakers are scrambling to find common ground and avert a crisis. The clock is ticking and the pressure is mounting. The stakes are high and the political maneuvering is intense. Every decision, every vote could tip the balance one way or the other. All eyes are on Washington as the nation waits with bated breath to see if its elected officials can find a way forward. The outcome will shape the future of the country and the lives of its citizens. Amidst this political storm, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has emerged as a pivotal figure. In a surprising move, Schumer has signaled his support for the government funding bill, offering a potential lifeline to break the deadlock. While his support does not guarantee passage, it significantly increases the likelihood of the bill clearing the Senate. Schumer's decision is not without its critics. Some within his own party have voiced concerns about the concessions made to Republicans in the bill. However, Schumer has defended his stance, arguing that it is in the best interest of the country to avoid a shutdown. He has framed his support as a pragmatic move, a necessary compromise to prevent further chaos and uncertainty. The path to passing the funding bill remains complex, with ongoing negotiations and potential amendments adding layers of intricacy. Democratic and Republican leaders are engaged in a delicate dance, each side seeking to secure its priorities while averting a shutdown. The political theater is on full display, with public pronouncements and behind-the-scenes maneuvering shaping the narrative. One key point of contention centers around potential amendments to the bill. Democrats are pushing for a short-term funding measure as a stopgap, while Republicans are adamant about passing a longer-term bill that aligns with their budgetary goals. Each side sees its approach as essential, leading to a high-stakes game of chicken as the clock ticks down. Across the aisle, Senate Majority Leader John Thune and House Speaker Mike Johnson have adopted a different tone. Thune has maintained a cautiously optimistic outlook, expressing openness to negotiating amendments while emphasizing the need for Democrats to demonstrate a genuine willingness to cooperate. He has positioned Republicans as the responsible actors, seeking to fund the government and move forward. Johnson, meanwhile, has taken a more confrontational approach, laying the blame for the potential shutdown squarely at the feet of Senate Democrats. He has accused Democrats of playing politics with the nation's well-being and urged them to do the responsible thing by passing the funding bill. His rhetoric reflects the partisan divide that often characterizes these budget battles. Section 5. DOGE and the Details, Musk's Agency and Its Impact. Adding another layer of complexity to the situation is the involvement of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, led by none other than Elon Musk. This agency, established with the ambitious goal of overhauling government operations, has been a focal point of both praise and criticism. Musk's leadership style, characterized by his relentless drive for innovation and efficiency, has brought a unique dynamic to the agency. Since its inception, DOGE has been tasked with streamlining government operations and identifying cost-saving measures. The agency's mandate includes reducing bureaucratic red tape, improving service delivery, and ensuring taxpayer money is used more effectively. These objectives have led to significant changes in how various government departments operate. The agency has become a lightning rod for controversy, with critics accusing it of wielding too much power and pursuing an agenda of privatization. Public protests and heated debates in political circles have become common as DOGE's policies are scrutinized. Supporters argue that the agency is necessary for modernizing government functions, while detractors fear it may undermine public sector jobs and services. DOGE's role in the current budget negotiations is significant. The agency's recommendations have influenced key decisions, particularly those related to budget allocations and spending cuts. These negotiations are crucial as they determine the funding for various federal programs and services. The agency has reportedly been involved in discussions about potential cuts to federal agencies, raising concerns among Democrats about the potential impact on essential services. These discussions have sparked a broader debate about the balance between efficiency and the need to maintain robust public services. Musk's involvement has injected a dose of unpredictability into the proceedings, with his penchant for bold pronouncements and unconventional approaches keeping everyone guessing. His vision for a more efficient government is both ambitious and contentious, making the future of DOGE and its impact on public policy a topic of intense interest and debate. Section 6. Democratic discord concerns and concessions. Within the Democratic caucus, Schumer's decision to support the funding bill has exposed fissures and sparked debate. While some members view it as a necessary compromise, others have expressed deep reservations about the bill's provisions and the potential consequences of ceding ground to Republicans. One of the primary concerns centers around the potential for significant cuts to federal programs. Critics argue that the bill's funding levels are inadequate and could lead to job losses and reduced services. Others worry that the bill gives too much power to the Trump administration, particularly DOGE, and could pave the way for further privatization efforts. Section 7. A nation on hold, potential impact on federal services. As the clock ticks down, the potential impact of a government shutdown looms large. The consequences of a shutdown would be felt across the country, with federal agencies forced to curtail or suspend operations. Essential services, from national security to healthcare, would be disrupted, impacting millions of Americans. A shutdown would also have a significant impact on federal employees, many of whom would be furloughed without pay. The economic ripple effects would be substantial, with businesses and individuals feeling the pinch of reduced government spending. The uncertainty and disruption caused by a shutdown would be a blow to the nation's psyche, eroding trust in government and exacerbating political divisions.